Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 24 June 2021, Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. And that's exactly what we have for you tonight. It's going to be a big one, 34 items, all knives, all singles, and we got the good stuff. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. They're also reprinted in the description underneath this video. Also in the description above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to prior videos on this channel. The first is called a primer for buyers. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. Explains how everything works and gives you the whys and wherefores of how we do things on this weekly event. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sales vehicle to move along some of your collection, that explains how that works. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, you will find those 3 links. Then you'll find the terms of the sale, and at the bottom will be the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps and pricing. In the pricing column, the number to the left of the slash is the price of the knife as shown. The number to the right is your as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service price. And there will be 6 spots available this week. Yes, we're back on the beam with next day sharpening. The first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight will ship tomorrow, the 25th, with all the as shown inventory. If you're outside that first 6, expect your knife to ship in 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen, and I'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we have one lone survivor from last week from QSP Knives, Better Knife, Better Life. Comes in a pretty cool little box with a little slide out tray. Here's the knife. The Puffin is a titanium frame lock knife with stainless steel lock face insert. Closed length is 4 1/16, and then a rather difficult to open blade is S35VN, 3 1/16 inches in length. Cool bidirectional satin, some pretty neat milling at the lock bar cutout, fully milled titanium pocket clip. I believe the Puffin is on ball bearings, but not that it does you much good, because it's kind of a bear to open. It's kind of like an Omnundi. It does better two-handed. Nice carbon fiber inlays. Perfect blade centering. Perfect lockup. The blade's actually quite free. Condition on this is like new in the box. You can find these knives online at your favorite retailer for about $138. We ran this one last week for $95 on Thursday night. Dropped it to $80 on Saturday. It's still here, so somebody gets to take this knife home for about half price. $70 shipped, $90 with an Apostle P edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the QSP Puffin. On to the fresh stuff. Man, we're starting it out with some super cool traditional pocket knives, guys. The first one, Produced at the now extinct Queen Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. This is a Schatt and Morgan model. Oh, the sticker is off the box, but we'll call this the Scout Utility. It's got the Keystone shield. It has some very nicely matched stag covers. It is a Scout Utility with a bail, lined and pinched bolsters. Main blade is a spear with the long match striker pull and the Schatt and Morgan etch. Everything on cam tangs on this knife. Then you have your cap lifter screwdriver. Then you've got, I think Queen kind of called this a can opener, but it's really not. It's kind of a little utility blade. You guys might know the name for that. And then over here we've got a pen blade. There are some slight rubbing in these congressing blades, but everything's pretty squared away. The main blade has about a 6.5 pull. Condition on the knife is going to be near mint to like new in the box. I have a feeling this was probably produced post 2005, but I'm not exactly sure. But pretty nice work. Your price on this one's going to be $90 for the Stag Scout Utility. $125 for me to sharpen all 3 of the edged blades. That is the Schatt & Morgan Scout Utility. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, this is another one from Schatt & Morgan. American pocket knives, file and wire tested. Warranted unconditionally. Not sure how that works at this point since Queen Schatt & Morgan is extinct. This is a number 51 Trapper in stag with the bar shield. Guys, this might be the most well-constructed, queen-built Schatt & Morgan I've ever had in my hand. Take a good look at the stag. It's well-matched cosmetically. It's well-matched dimensionally. This little slimline Trapper is 3.5 inches in closed length. Look at that stunning bar shield, sort of riding proud in that stag handle. Plain bolsters and end caps. A main muskrat clip, beautifully ground. I think this is probably a late 90s knife. It's definitely got Bill Howard quality written all over it. Man. Secondary blade is a Spey. Serial number 032151. Engraved into the blade. Oh, I'm sorry. 2002. So definitely Bill Howard era. And I just want you to listen, guys. There may be a little blade wrap. Nope, there's not blade wrap. Just a nice talk. Beautiful, beautiful knife. There's your blade centering. Nice. I would say it is a 7 pull on the main and a 6 on the secondary. Okay. Condition is, I'm going to say like new in the box. Just beautiful. Your price on this one, and don't wait, because I wouldn't mind keeping it. $100 like it is. $130 for me to sharpen both blades. That's the Schatt & Morgan number 51 Trapper. Next up, another one from Schatt & Morgan. This from their Heritage series. And I'm not quite sure when these were made. Some of you Queen and Schatt & Morgan collectors are going to know. But it's the number 1195. in rosewood. 3 7/16 closed length. I do not know the blade steel. Main spear on a half stop. Nice springy action. Secondary pen. Walk and talk pretty nice. Wow, look at that, guys. Beautifully centered blades. I'm going to say this one is near mint to like new in the box. And there's an interesting tang stamp. Not sure if the camera will pick this up, but Gowanda, New York is the tang stamp. I don't know what vintage that places the knife. Very interesting. Not super expensive for a piece of history. $70 like it is. $95 if you like it sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service, and next day sharpening is available. It's the Schatt and Morgan number 1195 Heritage. Next up, probably the gem of the sale. You guys recognize that box? This is a hen and rooster knife. It is a model 104G Baby Barlow. And I believe that box has the model year written by the hand of A.G. Russell. My consignor purchased this knife from A.G.'s store in Arkansas, and the clerk behind the counter was A.G. Russell. 2 7/8 Baby Barlow, model 104G. I'm not sure the wood. You've got the bullet shield. Only some storage wear, just a little tarnish from rubbing up against the box in those bolsters. Year of production also engraved in the bolster. A silky smooth cam tang with perfect walk and talk. Only about a 5 pull. Luxurious and beautiful. Blade centering is awesome. Man, what a gorgeous, well-made knife. Not a Chinese hen and rooster, guys. It's got the Bertram tang stamp, Germany. Yep, that thing is gorgeous. Near mint to like new in the box. Your price on this one, $165, and I believe A.G. Russell actually has some of these still available on the website for $195. This one $165, and then $180 if you like my edge on it. That's the hen and rooster number 104G Baby Barlow. Next up, I think this knife is from the new Canal Street, called the Canal Street Co-op. This one branded Red Hill Cutlery. It's the 3.5-inch boy's knife, built in 2019, desert ironwood handle with a 154 cm blade. There is your box label. Very, very nicely made knife. You got your brass Canal Street shield, a couple just gorgeous pieces of desert ironwood, nickel silver bolsters, and I think nickel silver liners in this one. Cam tang knife, single clip, pretty nice walk and talk. Blade centering is down the middle. About a 7 pull, I'm going to say. You wipe that blade, pretty nicely ground and polished blade. Nice generous nail neck. Nice piece of work. It is like new in the box. Your price, $175, guys. $175. $190 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Canal Street Co-op Red Hill Cutlery boy's knife. Next up, we got a big old run of Spydies coming your way. The first one is a military with grade G10 handle and a crew wear blade. Look at this thing of beauty. Sort of a light dove gray G10. Factory clip appears to be unmarked. The blade flings out with authority. There's your lock engagement. Perfect. Lockup is rock solid. Nice free dropping blade. Centering down the middle. Condition is like new in the box. These are out of stock. They were just a Spyderco Sprint, not a dealer exclusive to my knowledge. I could only find one of these in the sold listings on eBay. It sold for $310. There's a current one listed at a buy it now for $425. This one can be yours. Are you ready for this? $200. $200 like it is. $225 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Military Gray Crew. Next up, we got a pile of stuff here. Alright, it's another Spydie. Paramilitary 2 CPM M4 BK Tanto. What? That's right. Now the knife originally shipped with that set of natural or Jade G10 scales, as Spyderco likes to do, especially when they're doing it for Blade HQ, as this one was. But it has been rescaled in rock scale titanium scales. Kind of a tumbled bead blast with some kind of a dark wash. Got a couple snail trails in the scales, but nothing major at all. Is that an MXG deep carry clip? I'm not sure, but it appears to be a coated titanium deep carry clip. And there's your Tanto DLC blade in CPM M4, and it looks like Spyderco did a superb job on that edge. They did. Got a little bit of scuffing in the DLC coating on the off side of the blade, but nothing major. Rock solid lockup. Super free drop in action with that heavy Tanto blade. Blade centering is beautiful. So here's the deal, guys. These sold for $200 in the original configuration at Blade HQ. They're gone. Gone. In stock form, I found sold listings on eBay between $269 and $386. This set of rock scale titanium scales sold new for $106. Okay, so take the lowest one on eBay at $269 at $106. That's $375. This one can be yours for $300. $300 like it is. $330 if you like an Apostle P edge on that M4. But frankly, guys, I'd probably leave it alone. Okay, so that's in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 Tanto Cust Scales M4. Next up, another one from Spyderco, another one from Golden. This is a paramilitary 2. You might look at the model number and see something interesting. Yep, this is a Blade HQ exclusive natural G10 handled M4 Para 2 with black hardware. I love the way the black hardware shadows in that natural G10. This also wearing the deep carry clip. There is your standard paramilitary 2 blade in CPM M4. Virtually unmarked. Nice free drop in action. Blade centering is down the middle. Lock up, rock solid. That's a nice one, guys. Nice one. So let's see. This Blade HQ exclusive is out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $175. Sold listings on eBay for this knife. Most of them in the mid 200s, all the way up to $350. This one can be yours. Near mint in box with the aftermarket titanium deep carry clip. $225, guys. $225 like it is. $250 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. Oh, it's in your inventory as Spyderco Pair 2, Jade M4 DLC. Next up, oh guys, this is a stunner. A stunner, I tell ya. There is your box. There is your label. Paramilitary 2 K390. K390. So these were a bento box dealer exclusive, and they shipped originally with these kind of foliage green scales. You might remember. They are out of stock, by the way. But my consignor has had installed on this knife Flightanium raindrop carbon fiber scales. Don't those look cool? Guys, I'm telling you what, if this were drilled for a lefty, I might just keep it. I could drill it. Doesn't have the factory clip. It's got a Casey Lynch deep carry titanium clip. There is your K390 blade. You can muscle a little side play in it as it's adjusted, but it looks like you could probably squeeze that pivot a little. Beautiful blade centering. So let's see. Oh, it's also got Flightanium titanium hardware in this knife. Okay. So let's see. This bento box exclusive is currently out of stock. When they were in stock, I believe they sold, I don't know what they sold for because I couldn't find the listing. I do know that the stock models, so with just the foliage green scales, are selling on eBay, sold listings between $217 and $305. With the Flightanium carbon fiber, raindrop carbon fiber scales, you can have this one, near mint, in box. So, carbon fiber scales, Flightanium titanium hardware, Lynch clip, all of it. $235, $235 like it is, $260 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, I got a lot going on over here. Another Spydie, another one from Golden. This, a pair of 3 Maxamet. Pair of 3 Maxamet. And as you know, Maxamet always ships with that sort of medium gray G10. But this one's not wearing those scales. This one is wearing... Oh my. This one is wearing a set of rock scale Hexi titanium scales with the lanyard blockout backspacer, which I think is a great idea. A Lynch deep carry clip. There is your Maxamet blade. It locks up tight. It swings very freely. It centers up beautifully. Not quite perfect though. It favors the left ever so slightly. Okay. So let's see. These are in stock with the original scales. $213 is Spyderco's minimum advertised pricing at all retailers. This set of scales was $138. But guess what, guys? You can buy the knife for $250. $250 with rock scale hexi scales, Lynch deep carry titanium clip. So let's see. Total investment if you bought this stuff new would be $351. Yeah, you can have it for $250 like it is. And I'm not sharpening Maxamet. Thank goodness the factory edge is killer. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Pair 3 Cust Scales Maxamet. Next up, another Spyderco, another one from Golden, and another Pair 3. This is a Pair 3 FRN. Pair 3 FRN with the blue FRN handle and Spy 27 steel. And here's the knife. Good looking scales. Reversible, deep carry, paper clip. There's your blade. Now that steel, CPM Spy 27, developed by Crucible for Spyderco, thus the Spy designation. It's kind of an improved VG10 is how Spyderco describes it. So they've added some nitrogen, some vanadium. I'm not sure how it's going to perform. It doesn't seem to look like VG10. Some of you may have experience with it. Let's see. Lock up. A little side play on this one if you horse it. And not the freest action. Centering pretty squared away. Condition is pretty much like new in the box. Might be a slight bit of edge wear, but anyway, these sell for $140 at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours. $100, $100 like it is $120 with an Apostle P Edge next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Pair 3 FRN Blue Spy 27. Next up, another Spydie, another Pair 3. This one says Pair 3 CPM S35VN, which is interesting because in the Pair 3, that's a lot more rare than it is in the Pair 2. It does ship with the brown G10 scales from the factory, but this one does not have them. So these are a dealer exclusive with a distributor called Sportsman Supply. This one has been adorned with Tarot Tough scales, Tarot Tough, which appears to be a lot like Canvas micarta, but not quite. And the color is Fireside. It's also wearing a deep carry KC Lynch titanium clip. There's your S35VN blade, DLC coated, rock solid lockup, free dropping blade, centering dead down the middle. We'll call this one near mint in box, mostly just because of the scale swap. So how rare is an S35VN Pair 3? I don't know, but they're out of stock at retailers, and sold listings on eBay run between $200 and $298. This one can be yours. Beautiful mechanical example with those Tarot Tough Fireside scales installed, all in shipped priority mail and the Lynch clip. $225, guys, $225. Then $245 if you'd like it with an Apostle P Edge next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Pair 3 Cust Scales S35 DLC. Next up, this is a save me from myself moment from Spyderco Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. We got a Manix 2 CPM crew wear, and it's wearing smooth black G10 scales, which means it was a Knife Center dealer exclusive. But wait, there's more. KC Lynch deep carry clip, and that. Okay, that is the Flytanium titanium ball cage, which kind of just finishes it off. There's your blade. CPM crew wear. No apparent edge wear. Nice and toothy. Solid lockup. Free swing in action. Focus, baby. There you go. Centering down the middle. Now let's see. These are out of stock at Knife Center. Don't know what they sold for. This guy's is a deal. This is a deal. Don't wait on it. Okay, so with the added accessories, Casey Lynch clip, Flytanium ball cage. Sold listings for these on eBay between $192 and $250 in stock configuration. This one can be yours, nicely upgraded, $175. $175 like it is, $195 with an Apostle P edge. It's in your inventory. Spyderco Manix 2 Smooth G10 Crew. Next up, another Spydie. Another one from Golden. It's a native 5 FRN or a native 5 lightweight in CPM Rex 45. Burnt orange FRN. Man, that's just a great orange. Wearing an MXG titanium deep carry clip. Mid-lock backlock. Rex 45 blade. I got a little smudge of something there. Comes right off. Lock up, what would you expect? Rock solid. Nice free action. Beautiful centering. That's a nice little pocket knife right there, guys. These are currently out of stock. It was a Spyderco Sprint run. When they were in stock, you'd have liked to have had one for this. They sold for $112. Right now, sold listings in stock configuration without the titanium deep carry clip. Sold listings on eBay run between $152 and $155. This one can be yours for the bargain price of $125 shipped, priority mail, $150 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Native 5 LW for lightweight, BO, burnt orange, Rex 45. Next up, another Spydie, another Native 5 lightweight. This one says CPM 4V on the box. What could that mean? Well, here's what it means. Oh my, red handle, black blade. You guys know what that means. St. Nick's dealer exclusive, which are in small numbers and very rare. FRN handle, mid-lock backlock, DLC coated blade, and CPM 4V. Now, if the camera will pick this up, there's some tiny little wear in the coating. So it's cut something at least once. No discernible edge wear. Lockup is rock solid. Blade is a free dropper. Centering on St. Nick's Native 5 is perfect. This is wearing the deep carry MXG clip. Got a couple little very light trails in it. So let's see, guys. They're out of stock. Sold listings on eBay between $150 and $212 in stock configuration. This, with the added benefit of the titanium deep carry clip, can be yours for $150 shipped, priority mail. $175 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Native 5 LW Red 4V DLC. Next up, it's a tiny Spydie box. Inside the tiny Spydie box resides a little native Rex 45. If you're a fan of the little native, here you go in a superb steel. Burnt orange G10. Deep carry. Paper clip, reversible left or right. There is your blade on the Little Native. I didn't do very good cleaning today, guys. I just didn't. There we go. Lockup, solid as a rock. Free dropping blade. Beautiful centering. Condition on the Little Native, like new in the box. This Spyderco Sprint Run is out of stock. Sold listings on eBay running between $212 and $225. Pretty tight pattern. This one can be yours though for $150. $150. $175 if you like an Apostle P edge on it. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Little Native BO Rex 45. Next up, man, I'm so conflicted. From Spyderco, by way of Taichung, Taiwan, we have a Native Chief S90V in carbon fiber. We had one of these last week, guys. It was more money. This one, here you go. Here you go. Oh my. Oh my. Casey Lynch deep carry titanium pocket clip. Oh, listen to that thonk. Look at that. Look at that blade. 4 1/8 inches of S90V. Oh. Now, here's why I'm conflicted. You guys know I have this knife in Rex 45 with the orange G10 handle. I'm so tempted to do a blades or at least a scale swap, right? And keep the carbon fiber and sell a Franken knife with burnt orange and S90V. Yeah, no problem. I ramble. Okay, so we got rock solid lockup, free drop in action. Centering is perfect. It's near mint in the box. Clip change noted. They now are out of stock. Last week when we ran the twin to this, there was 3 at one retailer. I think they're gone. They were $245 when they were in stock. Your price on this one, guys, $200. $200, like it is $225 with an Apostle P edge. And let's see. Man, those guys can sharpen in Taichung. I'm telling you what. I wouldn't pay me to sharpen it. Yep, $200 like it is, $225 sharpen on the Native Chief CFS 90V. Next up, more Spyderco. And we're going back to Golden. We got a Shaman in CPM crew wear. But wait, there's more. Not only is it CPM crew wear, how about a little natural canvas, my heart? Yes, with a Casey Lynch deep carry titanium clip. There's your CPM crew wear blade. No edge wear. Free drop in action. Perfect centering and the lockup. Rock solid. We'll call it near mint in box. I think, why did I call it near mint? I guess just because of the clip change. You're not even scuffing the clip that I can see. Beautiful knife. Beautiful Shaman. Out of stock. Out of stock is that Sprint Run. How many are sold on eBay? None. How many are currently listed on eBay? None. What? Apparently guys are hanging on to this knife. Your price? $300 like it is. $320 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory of Spyderco Shaman Nat Can Crew. Gotta turn the page. Next up, another Spyderco from Golden. It is another Shaman, this one in Rex 45 steel. As you guys probably know, a Rex 45 Shaman ships with 3D machined satin burnt orange G10 scales. Not this knife. You do get those, but look at this, guys. Oh my, oh my. Seafoam Terrotough scales, which is some kind of a micarta product I know very little about. Wearing a deep carry Casey Lynch titanium clip with just a little bit of rub there at the bend. Rex 45 blade. No discernible edge wear. Rock solid lockup. Pretty free swinging blade. Centering looks beautiful. We'll call it near mint in box. So let's see, guys, this one's really a buy. If you don't like the color of the scales, put the factory ones back on and sell them. Check this out. They're out of stock. It's just a normal Spyderco sprint run. Sold listings on eBay between $289 and $379 in stock configuration. Okay, this one can be yours for $250 with the Terrotough and the factory scales. $250, $275 if you like it with my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available. If you don't like the scales, buy it for under market and sell the scales, and then it's way under market, right? That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman Cust Scales Rex 45. Next up, another Spydie, and it comes in a little pelican-like box, but there is no factory box, so you just get that for nothing. The knife is a Spyderco Yojimbo 2 with solid carbon fiber peel ply scales and a blade of CPM S90V. The blade is unmarked. The edge has no wear. Lockup is rock solid. Action nicely free. Centering down the middle. The clip is a Casey Lynch titanium deep carry with some extremely slight rubs, so it's been carried very little and doesn't appear to have really ever cut anything. Not even a microchip I can feel. Beautiful. So this sprint run is out of stock everywhere. I think I only found one of these listed on eBay, and it was a sold listing at $215. This one can be yours with the Lynch clip. $200 shipped priority mail. $225 if you like it with my edge on it. That is the Spyderco Yojimbo 2 CF S90. Next up, another Spydie. By way of Taichung, Taiwan, it is a Spydie Chef. Guys, if you've been dying for a Spydie Chef, but you didn't want to pay the price that they cost when they're out of stock or when they raise the map price, here's the deal. If you want to buy a Spydie Chef as a user, here you go. So you've got that sort of acid stonewash finish on the titanium scales. Looks like a little bit of trailing, right? A little bit of evidence of carry underneath the clip. Blade's been sharpened. It's got a pretty decent polished edge on it. Just a little bit of microchipping near the tip. Blade steel is, of course, LC200N. It's kind of the new Spyderco salt steel. Also works great in the kitchen, right? Thus the name, Spydie Chef. I got zero blade play. I've got very nice centering. Now, I did notice that the consignor has applied some Sharpie to the lock interface on the blade tang, and there is a just tiny little bit of stick. Not bad stick, just kind of lets you know it's their stick, right? Pretty nice version of the Spydie Chef. We'll call it excellent to near mint in box. Map pricing on these right now is $234. They generally sell for like high 100s on the secondary market. This can be yours. $160 shipped priority mail. 180 if you'd like my edge on it. But again, pretty nice edge, just a little bit of raggediness near the tip. That is the Spyderco Spydie Chef. Next up, I told you yesterday in the teaser video we had some pouch Spydercos. Here's the first one. Just the pouch, no paperwork. Just the pouch, no paperwork. Inside comes, if I were right-handed, I would so own this knife. This is the Spyderco Swayback. Titanium frame lock knife made in Taichung. It's got that sort of acid stonewash finish over a bead blast on the titanium handle. This is wearing a Casey Lynch deep carry titanium clip. As you can see, not very lefty friendly unless you Spydie flick it. I could get used to that, kind of like a chef. Works great right-handed. Wharncliffe blade in CTS XHP, one of my favorite steels. It's got that Taichung kind of reflective stonewash on the blade. Rock solid lockup. Great lock engagement. Beautiful blade centering. Let's see, yeah. We'll call it near mint in box. Mat price on these, and they are still available, is $273 at your favorite retailer. Completed listings on eBay in the mid-twos, right? Low to mid-twos. This one can be yours, $200 like it is. $220 with an Apostle P edge, including postage and the Casey Lynch clip. That is the Spyderco Swayback. Next up, and our final Spyderco tonight, it is another pouch model. This one is a flash batch. Similar, I guess, to a sprint run, but usually lower numbers. And this is a serialized knife, only on the barcode label. It is serial number 194 of 250. And it's the Spyderco Bombshell. It is designed by Michael Birch. Who was he the... Oh shoot, now I forgot the name of the knife. You guys remember that knife. Check this out. Very organic in shape. Satin blasted G10. Handle scales nicely rounded. Is that? I think more G10 in the backspacer. Titanium liners. There's that very birchy blade. Blade steel is CPM 20 CV. 2 15/16 is your blade length. 4 inches is your handle. It is a titanium liner lock knife with thick titanium liners. Rock solid lockup, no stick, no slip. Beautiful silky smooth action. Perfect blade centering. Condition on this one, guys, is near mint to like new in the box. The flash batch is out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $280. Sold listings on eBay. You guys, you Spydie heads are crazy for these. Sold knives ranging between $399 and $550 for the Bombshell. Or just buy this one for an even $300 shipped priority mail. $325 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Spyderco Bombshell. Next up, oh, it's just a cold steel AD-15 in black. Here you go. Black 3D machined, very grippy G10. Black anodized aluminum lock bar. It does have a little wear, probably from the edge of the pocket in that coating on the aluminum. Other than that, it's like a new knife. Action, nice. Blade, S35 VN. Lockup, need I? It's perfect. Nice action. I am so not good at the scorpion lock. Centering very close to perfect. Let me wipe off that blade. That cold steel satin seems to fingerprint But it's beautiful. Just gorgeous. I'm so not coordinated at that. Anyway, we'll call this one near mint in the box. Web pricing at your favorite retailer, if you want to buy one of these brand new, is going to be $229. Or just buy this one shipped priority mail. $150 like it is, and $170 with an Apostle-P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. It's the Cold Steel 8015. Next up, from Medford Knife and Tool, we have a model 187 Tanto with black G10 scale, stonewashed titanium frame, long Medford titanium clip, and a knife you can actually open easily one-handed. It's a D2 blade with the Vulcan finish. 4 3/16 inches of it. Pretty thinly hollow ground in the main cutting edge, and then flat ground more robustly at the tip of the Tanto. Of course, it's a titanium frame lock. Of course, you're not supposed to service it yourself. Can you flick it? You can flick it. Son of a gun. There's your centering. Looks pretty nice. Now, I applied Sharpie to this blade tang because it had a little bit of stick. I'm going to fling it open with authority and let you hear it. Yeah, it still does. It wasn't like death stick. It's just a little bit of stick. Not necessarily a problem on a hard use knife. You kind of want it to stick. That's how you know it's going to stay open. It won't close on your fingers. Operators need all their fingers. We'll call this excellent no box. Your price? $275. $275 and then $300 with an Apostle-P edge. That's the Medford 187 Tanto. Next up. Well, we have more from Medford. Look at that new box. We got American flag and everything. The model is a Praetorian Slim and S35 VM with a tumbled finish, drop point blade, and a bronze ano on both sides of the frame. Made for monkey edge, looks like, as the retailer. And this is like the anti-Medford. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Looks like everything's 1/8 inch, both scales and the blade. So it must be right about 3/8 plus the washers in overall thickness. How about that? Nice low profile titanium clip with a very cool, almost a blued look to that Medford Knife and Tool logo. Very nice, very nice. Now they call this a two-handed opener, but look. Oh, what? No kidding, really. Beautiful drop point blade. That's 35 VN. 3 1/4 inch blade. 4 3/8 inch handle. Pretty doggone nice in the hand. Let me use it with my real hand. There we go. Oh yeah. I kind of like that knife, and it's a Medford. Not sure what's up with that. Nice work. Condition is near mint in box. You could almost call it like new. Let's see. These are out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $550. This one can be yours for $400 like it is. $420 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. It's in your inventory as Medford Praetorian Slim. Next up, a knife and a company I've never seen. From American Blade Works, in pouch, no paperwork, comes their Model 1. Model 1 version 5, Model 1 V5. Now, according to the website, the knife is 100% made in America with 100% American materials. I know nothing about them. So what you got here is a natural, or I'm sorry, an OD green, although it looks more brown than green, OD green canvas micarta handle over nested titanium liners with a titanium backspacer gear pattern, fully milled titanium clip, liner lock knife, caged ball bearing flipper with hardened stainless steel thrust washers, beautiful drop point blade, 3 3/16 inches of aggressively blasted S35 VN. So blade's 3 3/16, handle is 4 5/8. Superb in the hand, guys. That's a pretty squared away knife, I gotta say. Blade centering's perfect. Flipping action is really nice. The detent's perfect. It rockets out. Everything's just super squared away here. Oh, man. So let's see. I think you got to buy these direct, and this version is out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $185. You can buy this one, and I'm going to say it's near mint in the box. Did I find? Yeah, I found some little burnish marks on the pocket clip from Carrie. So near mint in box. How about 150? 150 like it is 170 with an Apostle P edge. That's the American Blade Works Model 1 V5. Next up, from Giant Mouse, the Ace product line, we have an Ace Biblio in titanium handle and PVD coating, made for River's Edge cutlery. You can see how much it was new, $255. Now this one is missing something right here. It is a flipper delete, and that flipper delete mod was done professionally by EDC Gearhouse. Okay. So we have the handle and the blade PVD coated and then tumbled for a gray wash kind of finish. Okay. And does it work okay without the flipper? You're darn tootin' it does. Ball bearing pivot, perfect blade centering. Yeah, you don't need a flipper on that knife. You do not need a flipper. Blade steel is M390. Very little wear. We're going to call it near mint in box. They are available currently at your favorite web retailer for $255. This one can be yours. $200 like it is $225 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory is Giant Mouse Ace Biblio Ti-PVD. Next up. You know what that means. And you know what that means. Chaves knives. Ultramar product line. Made in China. Is Riyadh or we making these? I can't remember. We have a Rendencion 229 drop point blackout. Man, this knife is so pretty. There is your blackout. And this is a lot of PVD coating, barely stonewashed. I love that finish. So you don't really see any of the corners wearing through, but you've got some texture to hide snail trails, which is beautiful. That 4 5/8 inch handle. The Jagger skull clip. And then, oh my, there's that blade. It's basically a drop point with a nightmare grind. Hollow through here, flat here. Beautiful swedge. Great jimping. It really works. Ball bearing pivot, titanium frame lock steel inserted. 3 5/8 inch blade. 4 5/8 inch handle. These knives look chunky, but they're really not. It's kind of a nice design. I really like it. We'll call it near mint in the box, by the way. Lockup is rock solid. Action's perfect. On the ball bearings, centering's perfect. Beautiful knife. They're out of stock right now at $350. This one can be yours. $300 shipped priority mail. $325 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. The Chaves Ultramar Rendencion, $229. Next up, from Finch, Knife Company. Okay, you look at the box, you look at the knife, you think, I don't know. Finch Knife Company. I haven't been on their website, but that's not, it's a Chinese brand, guys, just so you know. Chinese manufactured brand. This is the Holiday. The Finch Knife Company Holiday. Interesting. We'll call it a fusion knife, won't we? It's basically a titanium frame lock knife with micarta covers, a nice little inlaid Finch Maker's Mark shield. We have a milled titanium pocket clip. And we got a ball bearing flipper. Warncliffe blade, 154 cm. Blade length is 3 1/8. Handle length is 4 inches. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Action is super free. Centering is beautiful. Flipping action rocks. Nice horizontal satin on the blade. So let's see. I'm going to call this one near mint in the box. Some satin's got some little swirlies in it from Carrie. Right now these are out of stock. When they were available, they had web pricing of $129. This one can be yours. $90 shipped, like it is. $110 if you like my edge on it. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Finch Knife Company Holiday. Next up, it's another one from Finch. Kind of an American sounding name. Knives made in China. Wait, look at that. Even Stillwell, Kansas. How about that? That's where the brand is based. This model is the Finch 1929. So we've got some jigged bone covers. Titanium frame lock ball bearing flipper knife. Kind of looks like a Barlow. Got a titanium clip. Let's see. Look at that. Kind of a little bolo clip. Lock up rock solid. Centering is perfect. Flipping action is squared away. 2.5 inch blade, 3.5 inch handle. We'll call it near mint in the box. Little to no marking in those satin bolsters. These are out of stock at $115 web pricing. This one can be yours. $80, guys. $80 like it is $100 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. The Finch Knife Company model 1929. By the way, those jig bone covers, crawdad jig bone. Next up, here's an interesting one. That is a box with a pouch inside. The brand Urban EDC. The Urban EDC, made in China, designed by Jesper Vaxness, and you get a coin with it. Pretty squared away little knife, guys, I have to say. It's the Urban EDC F5.5 M390 blade, 4-inch handle, OD canvas micarta handle, titanium liner lock knife with a titanium backspacer, opening hole, opening hole, kind of a modified sheep's foot Vox blade, Bowler M390 blade, steel blade length is 2 7/8. There's your lock engagement. That is a titanium liner lock. Rock solid. Action's perfect. Centering's perfect. You got to get to the hole, Rob. You got to get to the hole. That's a basketball term, just in case anybody's wondering. Anyway, we'll call it near mint to like new in the box. These knives are now out of stock. When they were in stock, they sell online for $199. This one can be yours for $165, $165, $190 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That is the Urban EDC F5.5. And the last knife in the sale is from Tucson, proudly made in Yangjiang, China. This is kind of a cool knife. This is designed by Tepi, whoever Tepi is, and it is the Tucson TS262CF, solid carbon fiber handles, titanium backspacer, front flipper. I hit my camera. Jeez. There we go. Front flipper. Blade is M390. Blade length is 3 5/16. A lot of handle for blade, right? 4 5/8 inch handle. Titanium clip with like a lion steel milling pattern. Pretty cool. And I don't think you can reverse it because it is inset into the handle. But anyway. So ball bearing pivot, front flipper. Come on, Rob. There, look at that. Get it away from the camera. Lock up, action, centering, all beauteous. Near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock everywhere. I did find an old listing on AliExpress for $110. This one can be yours for $75, shipped priority mail. $100 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Tucson TS262CF. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another Thursday night knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Have at her, boys.